other East African country has had a rougher road to democracy than Uganda. Months later, Uganda kicked off the campaigns to elect the first directly elected president. Three presidential candidates stood for elections, traversing the Uganda countryside, soliciting for votes. But the biggest battle lines were drawn between incumbent President Yoweri Museveni, the architect of popular participatory democracy, and his hitherto Minister of Public Service, leader of the Democratic Party, Paul Museveni.
My wife's sweater, she forgot it here.
On the 9th of May 1996, Ugandans went to the poll and elected their first directly elected president. Unlike the 1980 elections, this time the road to democracy was made smooth by a modern infrastructure. A radio communication network, better telephone facilities, a better road network, backed by a vibrant and keen media, kept Ugandans up to date with incoming election results. The elections were also closely watched by independent local and foreign monitors, a factor that played a major part in verifying the election results. 2 days later, the Interim Electoral Commission announced the winner.
Interim Electoral Commission, Office of the Chairman, 11th May 1996. Declaration of results of presidential election under Article 103, subsection 7 of the Constitution, and section 10, subsection 3 of the Presidential Elections Interim Provision Statute 1996, Statute number 3 of 1996. The Commission hereby publishes and declares the results of the presidential elections as follows. Number of valid votes polled by Kaguta Museveni Yoweri, 4,428,119, a percentage of 74.2. Kibirige Muhammad, number of valid votes polled 123,290, a percentage of 2.1. Semogerere Paul Kawanga, number of valid votes polled 1,416,139. Total number of valid votes cast for the three candidates, 5,967,548. Total number of invalid votes, 196,130, amounting to 3.2% of the total number of votes received so far. Total number of votes cast and received, 6,163,678, amounting to 72.6% of the total number of registered voters. Now, therefore, the said Kaguta Museveni Yoweri, having obtained the highest number of votes cast in the election, and the votes cast in his favor being more than 50% of the valid votes cast at the election, the Commission hereby declares the said Kaguta Museveni Yoweri elected President of the Republic of Uganda.
These elections. So please.
It was a different mood in Paul Kawanga Semogere's camp. Members of the Inter-Party Committee, a loose alliance of Mad Party supporters and activists whose interests Paul Kawanga Semogere represented, denounced the elections as a fraud and called for a boycott of all further elections by their supporters.
Why was I participating in this election when so much was stacked against me? Depending on what is peaceful and what is peaceful. Thank you.
Meanwhile, the election monitors approved the outcome of the results and made their report. President-elect Yoweri Kaguta Museveni was sworn in as Uganda's first directly elected president. Amid a great deal of fanfare watched by 3 visiting presidents.
Museveni Yoweri swear in the name of the Almighty God that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Republic of Uganda, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda. So help me God. First of all, I congratulate you all on the successful execution of the first presidential elections in the history of our country. We have never had any presidential elections in the history of Uganda. Presidents have been coming to power mainly by the gun. I also came by the gun, you remember? But you remember I have distinguished my case. Mujikulansize n'abagamba nti emunde yange yanjawulo. Emunde gye twakozesa kwali kukoleza oluyiira okuzikiza omuntu ogw'abanakyemalira. So our gun was different. Our gun was to end the rule of the gun. We used the gun in order to end the rule of the gun. And we have done it. You can see it for yourself now.